Good afternoon, family, friends, and guests. I hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. I know I did. For those who don't know, yesterday was my second birthday, anniversary, whatever you want to call it, for the discovery of my brain tumor. And 2 years ago, I'd be happy to be sitting here today as well as I am, but I want to have a few more of these years and decades to come. My little buddy even had a little appearance yesterday in the form of a minor seizure. I'm not good with names in the first place and never have been, but this brought on a whole new meaning to it where I only could remember names of my family's first name, couldn't remember middle names or even last names, but that eventually went away. So me and my buddy are gonna have a little agreement, and that agreement is I'll recognize you're still there, and then we don't have to have any more of these showings to freak out my family. And actually, they all did a great job, so I'm very proud of them. Today I want to talk about two blessings that I've had. One's more traditional, one's a little off the cuff, but they're both blessings from God, in my opinion. The first one is living each day for what it is, and I think that's what that seizure did for me yesterday. Sometimes you lose a little track of what's going on, lose a little perspective, and so that's what that did to me. Brought me back home to what's important in life, gave me a little pep in doing that, and then the other thing that I was having a blessing for was I could have done it on my hernia operation, and that hurt like hell. Could have been on the beautiful trip we had to New York a few weeks ago. But this one, I was reading something in a magazine, and it had to do with insurance. And let me just say up front, I don't like insurance at all. When you hear it from an agent, it makes my skin just bubble up. But this happened actually 2 years ago, and these are two blessings that we received from God, and there's an opportunity, and thankfully we went with that opportunity. One was we met with our financial advisor, and he was talking about disability insurance, and we had 60% at work, but I didn't have a 40% for the balance. So he talked us into doing that, which has been a godsend that we do have that. Otherwise, we'd be 40% less in pay, and with it, it gives me more time to recover, heal properly, and hopefully that will continue. The second one was meeting with another insurance agent about auto policies, home policies, and then an umbrella policy, which he highly recommended, and I hadn't had one of those before. But that came in to effect when Grant, my son, had been in a near fatal accident, and on that particular policy they had an uninsured motorist on the umbrella policy that went over and beyond what you would have on your auto insurance. So we were blessed in those two manners, and both of them happened the year that we received the insurance. So in 2011 I had registered or applied for disability insurance, and then later on that year that's when I had my seizure and then found out I had cancer. And then the other one was last year when I got the umbrella policy and when Grant had his accident. So I think those were things that God saw that were coming up in our lives, and He gave us an opportunity to maybe correct that a little bit from a financial standpoint. So I encourage you all to at least look into those two things, and I think you'll see it's relatively cheap, inexpensive, and can be well worth it in the long haul. So my two blessings for today: one, thank God for giving me each and every day to spend with my family, friends, and to be able to talk to you via this foreman. And then secondly, for showing us opportunities as long as we're looking for those opportunities and doing the right things with those. And I think those are two things that God has really brought home to me, and I hope He does the same for you. All you have to do is ask.